Before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to Deadly Lemonade in my Discord server for making this amazing artwork of me. I'm not encouraging any of you guys to do this, but if you're ever bored and you want to make some artwork based on my channel and you want me to feature it in a future video, join my Discord server and send it in the artwork channel. The link is in the bio below. All right, let's get started. You know, if there's one thing I love more than long walks on the beach, wine tasting and reading romantic novels in the moonlight, it's interacting with you guys, the viewers, the fans, my friends. I don't read romantic novels, by the way. I love engaging with the comments, starting discussions with you all, listening to your feedback and your critiques. I also enjoy reading the super supportive and wonderful words many of you have to say, so thank you. You know, I'm my own worst enemy every single day, so your uplifting comments always make me smile. I've decided that today, I want to do something a little bit special for you guys. I want to revive a pretty old series of mine, where I just kind of react and respond to the YouTube polls that I post every single Friday morning on my channel. Now, this series was never popular on my channel when I used to post it, so I don't really have a strong feeling that many of you will enjoy this more laid back and more personal series, but hopefully some of you will find some joy in it. I figured this could be a fun way to directly interact with you guys, shout out some of you guys, and start some cool discussions. I plan on uploading this style of content at least once a month. So if you have any suggestions on how I could improve this series or make it more exciting, leave some comments below towards the end of the video, and I'll take your feedback into consideration. And if the series sucks, I'll just retire it again. It's not a big deal. But with that said, let's get right into it. So a while ago, I asked you guys which Adult Swim series you would want resurrected from the dead, and a majority of you, surprisingly, wanted Joe Para Talks With You to return, while 36% of you wanted more 12-ounce mouse, and 15% of you wanted more Stroker and Hoop. So I cannot wait to dive into the comments and see what you guys have to say. Don't sleep on Stroker and Hoop. They got the greatest Adult Swim Christmas special of all time. I definitely think the Christmas special of Stroker and Hoop is one of the best holiday specials ever. So if you guys don't know, Stroker and Hoop, it was a pretty old Adult Swim series from like 2004, and it's basically like a parody of buddy cop films and shows. It was made by Casper Kelly, and it was pretty entertaining. Now, I was very, very young when this series aired, but I remember seeing the Christmas special as a kid. In fact, I think all of you guys have seen it. I feel like we all share this collective memory of waking up in the middle of the night in like 04, 05, maybe 06, and just seeing this holiday special appear on TV. But I remember seeing it as a kid, and it was just incredible and also pretty disgusting at times. Also, a complete mindfuck, but very incredible. There was so much more planned for that series before it was canceled, but I'll save that information for my inevitable Stroker and Hoop video. I'd watch more Stroker and Hoop, but 12-ounce mouse is like a fever dream that makes people watch more. God, I miss 12-ounce mouse. I told Matt Malero recently that we need to bring the series back, and he ended up calling out Adult Swim afterwards. Now, obviously, he and I were just joking around. Really, at the end of the day, it's all up to the network on whether they want to bring back Osmo or not. And as of now, and Matt has stated this numerous times, but the network just isn't interested in that right now, which breaks my heart. But yeah, 12-ounce mouse, it's a great show. Damn, you guys really miss Stroker and Hoop. Hey, that's my boy Mellow Joseph. I love that guy. He's got a great channel. I'd watch a whole Joe Para iceberg. This comment is really funny to me because I love Joe Para. He's a great comedian. His series on Adult Swim was amazing. In fact, there's this YouTube channel I watch from time to time called Townsends, and they talk about like American history and stuff. Yeah, I know. I'm a nerd, all right? I'm a little history nerd. Anyways, Joe Para has appeared a couple of times here and there in those videos, and it's just great. He's amazing. Anyways, going back to why I think this comment is funny, I think a Joe Para iceberg would be very entertaining to do, but also really fucking obscure. Like, I don't believe there's a whole lot to talk about, but maybe I'm wrong. If you guys want to see a Joe Para iceberg, let me know in the comments, and maybe I could try piecing one together. If you really watch Para Talk, you're the most boring God, dry throat. If you really watch Para Talk, you're the most boring person ever. Well, god damn it. I guess I'm a boring person for liking what I consider to be the television show equivalent of lo-fi. Guess you guys are boring too. Oh well, this person makes the rules, not us. Para Talk. Anyways, let's move on to the next poll. So the following week, I asked you guys who your podcast host would be. Shake, Pickles, or the Monarch. Now, I'm somewhat surprised that a lot of you didn't pick the Monarch or Pickles, but at the same time, I'm not surprised that Shake was the overall pick with 73% of the vote. Insane. Oh my god, Monarch and Pickles would be so great. I think both of them would be great too. Honestly, this might piss off a lot of you, but I would have picked the Monarch first just because of the content. I mean, I can envision myself arguing with and yelling at the Monarch for every single episode on the dumbest talking points imaginable. Obviously, Shake and Pickles would be great in their own way too, but I would just love to argue with the Monarch for like 2 hours. This is a nightmare blunt rotation? The conversation had in that circle would be illegal. Dream blunt rotation. Okay, so there are definitely pros and cons to having a smoke sesh with these three. No love for the Monarch. I'm gonna get off topic for a second, but then get right back on topic. So last year, I was going to start a new series on the channel where I just talk about my favorite villains in animation. I had an Adventure Time Lich video planned. In fact, I recorded the entire video, but I ended up scrapping it for some reason. Probably because I didn't think it was good, but I always imagined my second episode in that series being about the Monarch. So I mean, what's also great about this series is that I can kind of gauge what you guys want and what you don't want. So if you guys want me to try and create that series again, let me know and I'll see what I could do. I would definitely have to rewrite and re-record the Lich video again. I think the reason why I didn't release it was because I didn't like it. But I definitely think that like the Lich and the Monarch need to be covered for like their own videos. I just think covering villains for videos would be really cool. Shake wouldn't let you get a word in edgewise, and the Monarch would cause all the listeners using headphones to go deaf by the end of the first episode. Pickles would always be trashed, but he'd always have something interesting to talk about. So I could totally see Shake taking over and making the entire show about his views and opinions. The Monarch would definitely yell, but I think at some point he would calm down, depending on the topic though. But you know what? Maybe I should have voted for Pickles instead. He might be the most laid back of the three, but I guess it really just depends on if you want a more laid back podcast or a very sweaty, angry podcast. Anyways, here's the results for that poll. Why don't we move on to the next one? So a week later, I asked you guys who the best Adult Swim duo is. Now, obviously, Season 2 of Smiling Friends was airing during the posting of this poll, so the results are a little biased. Like, okay, a lot biased. A lot of you love Charlie and Pim. Some of you still love Rick and Morty, which is nice to see. And a small portion of you, who probably grew up with 12-ounce mouse, still enjoy Fitz and Skillet, which warms my heart. Fitz and Skillet, I don't care what no one else say. If Matt Malero sees this video, he's probably going to be very happy seeing that comment. Mordecai and Rigby, oh god, alright. Jesus Christ. Okay, one thing I love about these polls is that people will just go against the grain and add their own options to the comments. And I've also seen people get mad at me for not posting more options, as if I could post more than 4 at a time. I had to make sacrifices for these polls. You guys could at least pick one of the available options. Anyways, Tree, I think you spelled Morty and Rick wrong. Duo from Mega Man 8 is the best duo because... Okay, alright. Jesus Christ. Alright, that's fair. Most iconic, Rick and Morty. Most popular right now, Smiling Friends. This is probably the best answer, although I have a feeling Charlie and Pim will earn icon status if they haven't already, but Fitz and Skillet will remain a classic duo, definitely. But yeah, here's the results for that poll. Why don't we move on to the next poll? So a week later, I know, right? I asked you guys to pick your new crib. A lot of you chose the Smith residence, which was smart, but prior to that, most of you were picking the Aqua house, to which I responded, questioning how you guys could live in that house without a bathroom. Also, surprisingly, not many of you chose Mort House, but let's see what your comments have to say. Who's not picking Mort House? It's a mansion with servants and legit anything you could want, even sand. Exactly. I agree with this. Plus, the aesthetic of Mort House is incredible. Like, that's what I want my dream home to look like. The only problem that I could see with Mort House being my home is, well, one, if I ever find a partner, they're definitely not going to live in this place with me. And number two, it all depends really on what side I'm on. You know, am I a main character or a clocketeer? Because if I'm a main character, I'll probably live, but if I'm a clocketeer or a side character, I'm most likely going to die in that house. Aqua House has the most potential while keeping you humble at the same time. Oh, the Aqua House will definitely keep a person humble. And if you're also the type of person that needs action every single week, then this might be the place for you too, because every single week, something is happening at this house. Smith residence or Mort House? Aquatic crib. Fuck. I love the phrase aquatic crib. That got me. You're right though, it's got too much going on. This neighborhood, there's just something happening every week. I'm glad super jail is not an option. Nobody ever makes it out alive there. That, and I also just wouldn't want to live in a prison, in a volcano, inside a volcano, inside of a volcano, inside of a volcano. This isn't even funny, Mort House. You're right. This is not funny. This is a very serious poll, and you picked a good answer. Anyways, here are the results for that poll. why don't we move on to the final poll of this video? Finally, 1 week later, yeah, I know, I asked you guys who the best Aqua Teen duo is. I'm not surprised at all that the Moonanites took the cake on this one, but I do wish more people would give love to Dr. Weird and Steve, or the Plutonians more, but, you know, it is what it is. Oglethorpe for president 2024, we need hero. You know what, I would vote for Oglethorpe, but here's the thing. He wasn't born in the US of A, and I like to think realistically sometimes. If he was born in the US, I would vote for him. I would give my life to him, or whatever. Oglethorpe and Emery, I'll die on this hill. See, that's what I want to see. I want to see more love for these guys. The Pixel dudes. All right. Come on, man. Don't make me pick one. They're all so epic. Look, I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. You have to pick one duo or you can't return home. But wait a minute, wrong video. Anyways, here are the poll results, and that's all we're going to cover for this video. So those were some of the responses to 5 polls that I've posted. If you guys want to be featured in future videos like this, I post new polls every single Friday morning. So vote, comment below on the post, and maybe you'll be featured in the next installment of whatever the hell this series will be called, because I don't think I ever came up with a name for it. Also, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video, and if you would like me to continue the series moving forward. All feedback and suggestions are welcomed in the comments below. But if you guys did enjoy, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new around here, click the bell icon to be notified on whenever I upload a brand new video, follow me on all of my social links, and join my Discord server. Links in the bio below. Have a great day, everyone, and remember that your vote counts here.